Hey y'all, hey, it is B. Kirkpatrick, and I am back with another video. So, on today's video, I wanted to help out some of my followers as well as just anybody that's viewing this video as regarding to prepping because I have not been prepping that long. I've been prepping maybe since the beginning of this year, basically when we first went on lockdown, and I was like, okay, I'm glad I had everything in the house that I needed and did not have to leave, but it was not where I wanted it to be. So, I have kind of compiled 5 things that I think that is really important for just basic prepping for someone that is just getting started and looking at what they already have in their home and what they're looking to go and get. And with these 5 things, I want to help you kind of pinpoint the areas of where you need to prep at and make sure that you have what you need should in case a fire happen, flood happen, we're without power and internet. Anything can happen. Earthquakes. Some people live where there's earthquakes all the time. It's fires here in the South. We have to deal with a lot of rain and hurricanes. And so a lot of times the power go out, so we can't go to the grocery store. If we do go, you have to pay with cash because the systems are down or something like that. Or if you get to the store in time enough, you're in the crowd with everybody trying to grab everything off the store, then, you stand a chance of getting in fights and just unnecessary chaos that can be avoided if you just pick up a few things here and there every now and then when you go, well, not every now and then, every time you go to the store, because right now you really need to be preparing just for anything. The way politics is going, the way the world is going, things are very much uncertain. People are losing their jobs. So I thought I would just come with the top 5 things to help you guys out that helped me out to be prepared at least, a few steps ahead just in case stuff does hit the fan. So let's jump right into it. The first category is, I'm going to name the first 5 and we're going to go through it like that. The first one is water. The second one is food and ways to cook your food. The third thing is medical supplies and medication. Number 4 is clothing and blankets. And number 5 is lighting and security protection. So the first thing I want to jump right into is, I said water. Water is the main thing. You can go without food, but you can't go without water. So you want to make sure that you are stocking up on water just in case the water system goes down or something breaks. However, and you can have access to purified drinking, not just purified, just drinking water, water that you can actually drink or water that you need to take a bath, use the restroom. However, whatever the situation may be, you do want to pick up extra water. And I suggest, you pick up, I say, a gallon per water per person per day. So that way you'll have enough to drink. And if you need to wipe off or whatever else, you'll have enough per person. However, you can store water if you have old jugs and stuff like that. That is food. You can hold food in it and can put water in it. Do what you have to do. Just stock it away, and then that way you have it. Right now, at some of the local grocery stores, water is always on sale, and it's not really expensive right now. So I suggest you go out and grab it, and just stock it in your garage, in your pantries, in a cool, dry place. So that way, you'll have it on hand just in case you ever need it. The next thing was food and ways to cook your food. So when you think about food, you want to get things that is shelf sustainable, such as beans, rice, peanut butter back there, nuts. There's some Swiss Miss that you can make, basically hot chocolate or chocolate milk for the kids. Also, it's canned goods, canned meats, canned vegetables. Don't forget about canned fruit as well, because a lot of times we tend to forget when we say canned goods, we're thinking, okay, green beans, beans, corn, stuff like that. But we tend to forget about the fruit. Yes, fruit is plentiful right now in certain areas, so you can go get you some fresh fruit or whatever. But just in case we don't have access to fruit with all the things as far as transport going on. We're not getting as much, if we're getting any supplies at all, depending on what it is. Get you some shelf stable fruit in a can. That way you can have you some fruit. It lasts a lot longer than it would fresh. Of course, we would all prefer fresh, but if you can't get fresh, you have it in a can. And it's also a good way, especially if you have kids, to give them the nutrients and stuff that they need. And it's not something that you're just handing them, beans and rice all the time. So it's a good way to, have fruit that's shelf stable, as well as having it on hand. Also here, don't forget about your puppies, your cats, your pets. Also get them some things too, because if you can't get to the store to feed yourself, you're not going to be able to get to the store to feed your animals. So make sure you have some extra supplies on hand for them as well when it comes down to the food. And there's all kind of videos as well as on YouTube. I have some about storing your dry goods and stuff like that, and how to properly store it for long-term use. Everybody also forgets, when the power goes down or something like that, that can opener, that electric Keurig is not going to work during that time. So guess what? You need some handheld manual kitchen tools, even your outside tools as well. You need manual stuff, so that way you'll be able to open those cans. Majority of the cans does not come with these pop lids. Most of them come like this. So you're going to have something to open them with. And right now Dollar Tree has some can openers right there, so you can grab those for about $1. Walmart has them all the time. They're no more than $1.50. Just grab you one and stuff it to the side, so that way if the power goes out, you'll have a way to open up your canned goods and things that you need to feed your family and be able to survive. Also too, with cooking, like I said, you want to make sure that you have a way to cook your food, just in case the power goes out. A lot of places here, I know, especially in the South, and especially in apartments and stuff like that, you have electric stoves, electric heating and stuff like that. Well, if the power goes out, you can't cook. Some places, some homes and stuff like I do, I still have a gas stove, so I'll still be able to use that. But just in case I don't have electricity, or I don't have any gas for whatever reason, I have a way to cook food besides going outside to the barbecue pit or something like that. I grabbed this Coleman butane stove from Walmart. I don't think it was no more than $30, I may say, if that. I know during the holidays they had them on sale. All it is just a one-eye stove. You grab you a couple of cans of the butane to go with it, which is the portable fuel, and that will help you cook in case the electricity goes out and you don't have gas and don't want to use outside type equipment such as barbecue pits or something like that to cook on. So make sure you grab you one of those. If you have a large family, they have the stoves, or hey, do like we did, just grab a couple of those, and that way you'll have your whole stove cooking if you have 4 or more. So it's just something good to have. And this is also something that you can use like when you're out camping, or just out with the family out in the park or something like that. It's real simple to use, so you don't have to worry about, should you have to cook, you have something to cook on. The next thing would be clothing and blankets. You want to make sure that you have good blankets on hand and clothing, coats and stuff. I suggest doing a size up for winter clothes, because that way you can layer underneath to help keep warm. Because again, if power goes out, you don't have gas and you don't have electricity, or you don't have a fireplace or a wood burning stove or something like that to heat your home, you can always double up on blankets. You can use those blankets to help cover windows and stuff like that, to keep air from coming in and keep heat from going out. It also acts as a security thing in case, whatever may happen. You have a way to cover yourself for heat, as a way for covering up, areas to keep air from getting in and heat from getting out. Again, with coats and stuff like that, I suggest you size up. Great place to go for things like that. If you're picking up extras, I know, oh, I bought Daniel a coat already, but he does have extra coats and stuff like that just in case. And I find stuff at the Goodwill. A lot of times, if you guys look in some of my previous videos, you can see some of the little jackets and coats that I've found him at Goodwill, as well as you can find blankets at Goodwill as well. Wash them. Lysol makes a great disinfectant detergent that you can put in the washing machine so you can disinfect it and keep it on hand. Keep plenty of blankets on hand, like I said, just in case the heat goes out, the electricity goes out. You'll be able to stay warm and keep your family warm with having those extras on hand. And also, too, I'm going to add in there when I say clothing and blankets. Also, don't forget about your cleaning supplies. That's just an extra part into that. Cleaning supplies. I have some extra Clorox wipes there. You want to make sure you keep stuff like that on hand. Wipes just to make sure that you stay clean and help disinfect things so that you can keep colds and flu down and bacteria down, as well as fight off any chances that you bring in the coronavirus into your home or to your family or vice versa. So make sure you stock up on things like that as well. And lastly, but definitely not least, is make sure you have some type of lighting source in your home just in case the electricity goes out. You want to make sure that you can be able to see things at nighttime. There's no telling. I know one time we had a storm here down in Texas and the lights was out for at least 2 to 3 days. So if the lights is out, you want to make sure that you have something to where at nighttime you can not only protect your home from burglars and people, that's up to no good, but you also want to have light in your house so that you can see and be able to do things within your home and not have to bump around in the dark. Great place to find things for lighting. It does not have to be really expensive, especially if you're starting out. Yes, you can get the generators if you have the funds to do so. I strongly suggest you do. I suggest solar type of equipment, because that way you can use the sun for electricity to bring that electricity in for power, and then that way you don't have to worry about batteries or anything like that. Grab you some solar lights, that will help. But just general things like flashlights, batteries, matches to help light a fire if you need to do so. If you have a fireplace, of course it's going to provide you with heat, but it's also going to provide you with light. Pick up you some emergency candles back there, stuff like that. I suggest, if you do get candles, make sure you put them in a safe spot, as well as do not go to sleep with candles lit. I don't care how many people, oh, we're up and we'll be up for a while. No, make sure you put those candles out, and not only don't just blow them out, but make sure that wick is out as well, because I've seen candles relight after you've blown them out, and you don't want to go to bed and your candles are still lit. You roll over, hit it, it hits one of those blankets, and then you have a bigger problem such as fire. So make sure that you're being precautious when you're using those candles, especially when you have children around. Also with lighting, this little thing right here is just a light. You can tell I got this from Walmart. It was like $5 or $6. It's just a work light. It can hang, it swivels. It came with the batteries, so that was a win-win for me. You can always pick up a couple of those, hang them throughout your home. You can click them on when you need them, click them off when you don't need them. And, make sure that you have that. Also, the last thing here, I did say that was the last thing, but I forgot. Make sure you stock up on medications as well. If you're taking prescription medication, you can reach out to your doctor and ask for a 90-day supply. And they have to give permission, basically give you a prescription for it. You can take it to your pharmacy and fill it that way. But make sure you have more than enough medications, especially medications that are daily maintenance medications, such as your blood pressure medicines, your diabetes medications. Make sure you have extras on hand if you can, by consulting your doctor first and then taking that prescription to your pharmacy to have it filled. A lot of those things that are over the counter, you can definitely Stock up on that stuff that you know you're gonna need. First aid stuff, trip antibiotic ointment. Back here we have some Band-Aids, headache medicine, hydrogen peroxide. I know for a while that was a hard thing to find. Also grab you some alcohol. Basic first aid stuff that you can grab at your local Walmart or any pharmacy, as well as some gloves. If you're lucky, if you're stop by the medical supply store, you'd be surprised some of the things that we have access to that we think, oh, they only have that at the hospital, but no, that you can purchase without a prescription at the medical supply stores. So check those out if you choose to do so, or you can just stick to Walmart. Your local Dollar Trees that have stuff like the triple antibiotic ointment is just as good as Neosporin. You don't have to get name brand, but if you choose to get name brand, that's fine too. But this is just something that you can do to help be prepared just in case something happens and you don't have any electricity, you don't have any gas. What do? No internet, no nothing, and you can't get out your home. We're on lockdown or whatever. These are some things that you need to stock up on just to make sure that you have these in your home. So just in case if something hits the fan, you are at least 10 steps ahead of your neighbor next door. Okay, well, I'm going to get out of here, you guys, and like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell so the next time you come, next time I do a video, you'll be notified. Also, too, and if you stayed till the bonus, to the end of this video, I'm going to give you a bonus on one more thing that you can add to your prepping, and that is, you guessed it, some seeds. Get you some dirt, throw you some seeds in there, water it, and grow your own food. Become self-sufficient. All right, you guys, I am out of there. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.